What's up guys, it's Rowan here from Artismart TV, and I want to conduct a little experiment with you. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to pull out your phone, and I want you to do something really important. Now, I've got an iPhone, you might have an Android, so I'm going to go through broadly the instructions for an iPhone here. I want you to think about the equivalent on an Android. What I want you to do is I want you to open it up and I want you to go to settings, and I want you to go to battery usage. That's really, really important. And then for battery usage, what I want you to do is I want you to go show usage by activity. Now, what this should tell you, really, really importantly, is for each app on your phone, the number of hours you have been using it. Not like, behind the scenes, but like active screen time. The number of hours you have been using your phone in the last 7 days. Now, when I do this experiment, I do it in workshops with lots of people, what I'm often discovering is that students will do it and they'll pull out and they will be like, oh geez, right? So really, really common is often, students identifying that, in a 7-day period, they've been using their phone for almost 50 hours. That's right. Now that's a little bit on the higher end. Often for a 7-day period, I find, most students have used their phone 30 to 40 hours. And this isn't, as I said, apps in background usage. This is active screen time. That's right, active screen time. So that means, right, that if you're spending 30 hours over a 7-day period, right, or even 35 hours over a 7-day period, you're on your phone, what, 5-6 hours a day? I mean, my maths isn't amazing, right? But it's a lot, right? I think either way, and it's almost an entire school day, right? You're at school for 6 hours of the day, right? If you're using your phone 30 plus hours in 7 days, you're almost using it each day 3 to 5 hours plus every day, which is almost like a school day. And so that's why your phone is going to be your biggest obstacle to nailing your HSC, because it's going to be such a big distraction. I know on my iPhone, it tells me the number of times I pick up my phone every day. And I was horrified to find out that I picked it up 75 times on a single day. Now, you don't even realize it because it's so unconscious, but when I discovered that, I realized, well, you know what? Every single time I'm picking up my phone, I'm breaking my concentration. And it takes 23 minutes and 15 seconds, give or take, for you to get back in a zone of focus. So using the phone and then picking it up all the time is going to have a huge impact on the quality of your study. And ultimately, the quality of your study is going to define the results you create for yourself. So your phone is going to be your biggest obstacle, your biggest distraction in actually achieving the goals that you're going to set yourself for the HSC. So what we need to look at here, as painful as it might be, I know, is what's a couple of simple things that you can do over years 11 and 12 to really minimize those distractions and really take control of your phone. Because to be fair, right now, it probably controls you. So let's find out what these simple things are that you can do. So the biggest barrier to your success during years 11 and 12 is going to be your phone, right? So what we need to do is identify how you can actually reduce it as a distraction. Now, all of us have willpower, right? It's the ability that we have to make good or bad decisions. And generally speaking, as the day goes on, your willpower diminishes. So I want you to think of it like a fuel tank. Every time you use it, it starts falling a little bit more. So by the time you get home from school, you're tired, you've already had to make lots of decisions, your willpower is going to be pretty low on energy and the fuel tank. So what that means is you can't rely on willpower to say, hey, I'm not going to check my phone. I'm not going to check the notification I just received. I'm not going to jump on Insta and do a bit of scroll, and I'm not going to jump on Facebook, whatever it is, right? You can't rely on willpower. So that means you're going to need to put some structures in place, some processes. And the most simple thing is, number one, right, to actually have a conversation with a parent, a friend, or a sibling, and actually give them your phone, right? Give them your phone and say, hey, look, here is my phone. I'm going to be studying from 4 to 6 p.m. or 5 to 7 or whatever time zone it is that you're going to be studying for. Please take care of it. I've locked it. You can't get access to it, right? Because I know you might be freaking out that your parent has your phone. You don't want them to look at stuff. Make sure, for security, they can't access it. But then give it to them and say, look, I want you to hold this. I want you to only give it back to me, no matter how much I complain, when I finish studying, which will be at this time, and give them the phone. Now, that way you've removed it from you. You've got no way that you can actually get access to it during that time, so you're gonna be able to focus. Now, of course, you're gonna get access to the phone afterwards. Great, right? So you're still gonna be able to check in with your friends, check in Insta, Netflix, Snapchat, whatever it is that you're using. But for that time, it's a small commitment, right? It's a couple hours a day to say, hey, I'm not gonna have a phone. That's gonna be such a key for you in actually creating success for yourself over years 11 and 12. Now, the other thing that you can do here as well is, if you don't have a parent or a sibling around, I get that. You might come home from school and they might not be home yet, is to then actually just be disciplined about putting it in a separate room, right? Going into a separate room, putting it there, the other side of the house, right? And then coming and then actually jumping in and accessing it. Now, if you're on Apple, the final thing that you can do, and there's probably an Android equivalent, is there's the screen time. So you can actually put in blocks and limits on how much you access things. Again, that's gonna help, but it doesn't still stop you picking up the phone and trying to get into it and trying to get into the app, and that's already broken your distraction. So really, in terms of order of preference, you should go for giving your phone to someone else for a small window of time, because it's gonna be hard for you to get it back. Second, putting it in another room. You can always walk there and get it, but it's trying to increase the barriers. And then third, and this is the least effective, is using screen time or some app blocking sort of device or software on your phone. So there we have it, guys. Your phone is going to be your biggest obstacle, the biggest thing that's going to get in the way of you actually doing focused, high quality study over years 11 and 12 and creating the academic results you want. So my challenge to you is to get the phone out of your study zone. I'd love to hear what you decide to do. Leave it in the comments below. Let me know how you're handling this. Maybe you've come up with some other cool strategies to remove distractions like your phone. I'd love to hear what they are in the comments. And of course, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We do videos every single week. And so I will be seeing you next week.